we're very good at R&D at Genentech. We're very proud of that. And I think that a lot of companies have lost their way in terms of their research and development and frankly don't have the quality of scientists that we have. I guess I can say that if I don't mention any particular companies. But so they have to look outside for their molecules. Now, if you're going to start a biotech company, you can get some scientists together, you can, do some experiments, you can maybe raise enough money to get a molecule into the clinic. But remember, as you start doing the later stage experiments, these experiments cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's unlikely that any small company, well, I would say it's not unlikely, it is impossible nowadays that any small biotech company would be able to raise enough money to do its own large phase 3 clinical trial. So the companies have to partner with larger pharmaceutical companies which have the resources to do that. Well, we have 1,300 scientists at Genentech. That doesn't include the clinical groups and so on. However many scientists we have, we will always be a small part of the overall life science industry. And I have a business development group that reports to me. It's 25 people. Many have PhDs and MBAs. Some have MDs, PhDs, and MBAs. I'm undereducated compared to some of these people. And they have the world divided up into territories. And we're constantly looking to in-license innovation that comes from outside of Genentech. So we're very, very conscious that we don't have all the good ideas and we don't invent all the good things. Hopefully we're somewhat less dependent on it than some of the other pharmaceutical companies whose R&D may not be quite as good, where they, as you said, almost solely depend now on in-licensing. And actually they don't even, some of the companies have so much money and are getting so desperate because of the drugs coming off of patents. When a drug comes off of a patent and becomes generic, if it's a simple chemical, not a protein antibody, if it's a simple chemical, the generic companies move in and basically the innovator price falls by usually about tenfold in 6 months. And there's huge patent expiries coming in the industry, so people are quite desperate right now. So I would say but they've made a ton of money off of these molecules over the last decade. So they'll now go into a small company and say, look, we don't want to license it. Just how much do you want? We'll buy you. And that can be a very lucrative model for startup biotechs if you can bring a molecule into the clinic and interest a large pharmaceutical company in the molecule and start with, let's say, 20 or 50 million dollars of capital, and then sell the company 5 or 7 years later for $500 million. Well, it's not bad.